Hello everyone. Hi guys, I am Rebecca from KnitCrate, and no, I am not going to unbox a million knit crates today, but I am going to unbox the March 2020 KnitCrate membership box. At least I'm assuming that's the one that I received. Sometimes I get both the membership crate and the sock crate, sometimes just one, sometimes I've had duplicates of one. But what we get in here is gonna be a surprise. Now, full disclosure, KnitCrate does send me the subscription for free so that way I can unbox it and review it. And I do have an affiliate link, which is in the video description. If you use the code ChemKnits20, you can save 20% off your first month when you sign up for a new subscription. But it's a yarn club where you get a different type of yarn each month. The base can vary from month to month, and it's a fun way to play with different kinds of colorways and things like that. Now, the KnitCrate membership box is $24.99 a month, and that includes international shipping. And in it, you get at least 100 grams, although usually 200 grams of the yarn that is dyed exclusively for KnitCrate. So you get the yarn, you get a knitting pattern and a crochet pattern that you can use with your crate, plus some fun extras. The sock crate is $19.95 and includes 100 grams of sock yarn, usually fingering to DK weight. And you also get a knitting pattern and a crochet pattern for socks that you can use with the yarn, and you have enough yarn to do either one of the two. And so it's a lot of fun. Yes, my children, since everything is at home now, I hope everyone's staying home and being nice and safe, but I put my kids to work and I asked them to create me a backdrop for this unboxing. And so I've mentioned before that we save all of these boxes. They make really, really good bricks, good blocks. And so, yeah, the kids enjoy it. But I guess I've been unboxing this for, I think, a little bit over 2 years, maybe. And I think that it's a really good, affordable crate. In addition to like what you get in the crate, members can get discounts in the Member Central shop. It's going through some changes where I think the member discounts are increasing. It used to be 25% off of things in there. It might be more now. I should have double checked to see. But there's also like sales and fun things that go on for members, and so it's really worth checking out. They also feature different indie dyers in their shop. They used to offer a crate that featured indie dyers, but I think it grew so that they were having trouble featuring many dyers because a lot of indie dyers are just a one-person show, and so they couldn't create the volume needed. So they found a way to do these little pop-ups to focus on some independent artists. But anyway, let's unbox and open this one up. Now, I do know a tiny bit for this month because I know who our inspirational artist is. They switched around the member discount and the double down discount. Yeah, that's what I thought that they did, but I don't remember the details because I read that a bit ago. Let's open up and see. We've got the pretty wavy. This is the KnitCrate tissue paper, and ooh, this is a very appropriate colorway for me. This is a gorgeous heathered sort of hunter green. Okay, since I don't have access, so I used to have access to Membership Central, but then they changed the way around the influencer crates worked. So I don't get access to the shop, so I can't go and explore and check out those discounts. Ooh, cool. All right, and so our fun extras today, all right, so that's the yarn, and our fun extras today, it looks like we've got some point protectors. These look like some like needle protectors. And then we also have some locking stitch markers. These feel, so they feel like plastic, but they're bright colors. So I think they would actually work really, really nicely. And as for these protectors, yeah, they're like soft and rubbery. And so you can put these on your needle tips. So when you're carrying projects around, you won't either A, stab through your project bag, or B, like ruin the tip of your needle. So plus it can help keep your stitches on the needles too. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's pull out this month's Inspirations magazine. So I was talking about the free knitting and crochet patterns for the 2 different main crates they offer. You get all 4 of the patterns in the Inspirations magazine, both written out here in the magazine, or you can download them directly to your computer or Ravelry library. It's really easy. There's a URL in here that makes it like pretty seamless to import into Ravelry, which I love because you don't have to go and like manually search for the magazine or something like that. So I appreciate that. So this month, and they've started something new in 2020. So the theme for this month is wanderings. And our our artist, our fiber artist of the month is Hannah Thiessen. I don't know how you pronounce her name. But so she's the former creative director for KnitCrate. And I know that I've actually like spoken with her on the phone a couple times. And I know that she's really, really into both natural dyeing. And yeah, I can really relate to the desire to stop on the side of the road to gather flowers or something you think it could create an interesting colorway. But she's also written some books about slow knitting and sort of like, it's not about like quickly finishing projects. I think that it's more about like sort of, finding the like relaxation in the hobby. I haven't read the books, but the concept of it seems like really kind of cool to me. Okay, so let's see. This year, each of our crates have been curated in collaboration with some of your favorite influencers, and this month is no exception, which I love that they've been doing this. I think that it's really fun to get like input into the colorways from different people in the community. I think it's just a fun thing to do. I'm really into it. And no, people asked, I'm not, I haven't done one of these, okay? But let's say, hello KnitCrate friends. I could not be more excited to have been asked to return in this way to you as to be featured influencer for your March 2020 KnitCrates. So Hannah used to do all of the like reveals and sneak peeks, and she was developing a lot of the colorways from the past crates. And so from what I've seen from her like personal Instagram and stuff, this colorway, this kind of like solid, soft, heathered colorway feels like it fits very, very Hannah. So she considers this a wonderfully elegant yard and a great addition to any stash. She wanted to evoke a sense of mystery, fogginess, and translate those gray days we have throughout the year into a yarn that also conveys a sense of warmth. This is cool. So she has a new Ravelry group pursuing slow knitting, and so one of the KnitCrate subscribers get the bonus pattern this month is a sample from her new book, which I think is pretty cool. And so in the Knit Seeds and Stems cowl from her upcoming book is the free download. And I'm going to cover up the URL, but I'm trying to do this so you guys can see. It is a beautiful, beautiful cowl, and it does sort of evoke that warmth that she was saying in there. And anyway, I think she's really, really nice. And I wish that, it would have been fun to like meet and chat with her in person and stuff. But so talking with her has always been really fun. Okay, so it's a brand new yarn base. This is Labribus Light Alpaca. It felt like it was going to be alpaca. This is 100% baby alpaca. The colorway here is Ancient Pines. It's a fingering weight, 400 yards per 100 grams, and we have 200 grams of this in the KnitCrate. It's non-superwash, which is also very fitting for Hannah. And I think that it's awesome. So the 3 different colors are Dogwood Berry, which is a cranberry colored one for the Energize Me vibe, Chestnut for the all natural vibe, and then Ancient Pines for chill out. You've got our first book, and yeah, it's about being intentional, slowing down, and enjoying the making. Yeah, the new book is coming soon, or I don't know if it's out yet. It's really soon though, I think. So vibes. Now, I think starting sometime mid last year, you can actually pick a kind of color vibe. You can choose from either Energize Me, which is more warm tones, a neutral, or a chill out, which is more cool tones. There's definitely some warm and cool mix, but each month they have 3 different colorways. Now, if you want a surprise, you can pick Surprise Me. That's the one that I get. Not that I really have a choice, but yeah, I get the Surprise Me, and so I never know which one I'm gonna get. And it's fun to see and like, ooh, I got the chill out one this month. But the nice thing is that they do a sneak peek reveal, I think around the 20th of the month, and then you have time to go and switch your vibe. So if you're normally in chill out, but you have enough green in your collection and you really wanted the cranberry, then you could go switch. And so that switch and ability to switch is something that I think was a very big change that KnitCrate made listening to the community. They are very, very invested to listening to feedback and trying to improve their service. And people were asking for some choice or some say in the colors because some people felt disappointed when they looked and they got the color that they didn't like the most. Personally, I like the surprise. I try to avoid spoilers as much as possible, which is why sometimes I don't have all the info because I try not to see what the colors are going to be. But I like that it's encouraged me to think outside of my own color inspiration zone. And that's something I've really appreciated. Okay, but let's see what there is to make with this. Oh, and here are the sock yarns. I guess I'll do that next. Let's look at our patterns. Okay, so here are the 4 patterns. So it looks like we've got, for knitting, we've got the Decumani hat and cowl, which looks like a cute little cabled hat and sort of like a coordinated set, which is not focusing. I think the colors are so soft. There is definitely contrast and I can see it. I think it's hard for me to get the details to pick up on camera. And then there is a seashell capelet, which you can see here. And this is the crochet pattern this time. Now, I think Rob sent out a letter, and one of the feedbacks I've gotten is that people want more variety in the types of patterns and things like that. And that's something that they are planning to try to incorporate. I do know that they plan all the colorways about a year in advance. So some of these changes might need to wait until 2021 to sort of take into effect. But I really like that capelet. I think that's really, really cute. So the hat and cowl are designed by Renate Kam. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. And then Sophia Ammon from Sophia Crochet did the capelet. And so then you have full written instructions. Are there charts? I don't see charts. They used to include charts, and I'm bummed that there aren't really charts anymore. That is one big critique I have because I am more of a chart person. And so if I was going to make one of these, I'd probably, unless it's like 4 rounds, I would probably translate it to a chart just so that way I could follow it better. But that is my sort of like my personal preference. I do know from like a shipping standpoint that they need to try to keep everything under £1. Once you go over £1, then shipping rates go much higher. So I think to try to keep things affordable, that's probably a reason why they try to limit the number of pages in the Inspirations magazine. But there used to be charts. And I checked, and it's possible that maybe the charts could be included in the downloadable PDFs, but they weren't the last time I went and I checked, but I haven't double checked in a bit. So for the sock crate this month, let's see about the yarn. Does it say? Okay, so it's a superwash merino nylon stellina colorway, which are very fun. These are sort of semi-solids. They've got tonal variation. A melange of dark and light shimmery grays make up this twinkly colorway. So stony outcrop, and then there's hidden pool and blood moon. And the patterns for this, they're cute. They're both sort of more short socks, So there's Heart Leaf Socks right here by Nicole Bracey. And they, ooh, I like, so it looks like the top of the foot right here is sort of like a reverse stockinette, and then it's stockinette down here. And there's a little bit of a lace detail in there, which unfortunately my camera's not picking up it well, but it looks super cute. And then the Rhythmic Rambling Socks by Jenny Newman of Just Jen Designs. That looks like a cabled crochet sock, which again, my phone is not doing these justice, but I think all the patterns are really, really sweet. And again, both crates get the whole magazine. So you technically have all 4 patterns, whether or not you get just the knit crate or the sock crate. So I think that that's cool. So if there's, you have no obligation to make the patterns in here, but it does give a good suggestion of like a place to start when you're thinking about what you're crafting. As for this yarn, this is beautiful. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I have any other fingering weight alpaca like this in my stash right now. I might have some lace weight, but I don't know about fingering weight. It is so super soft. I'm going to open up and see. It does feel very, very solid. The green is definitely it's a cool toned green because it's in the chill out vibe. The heather colors, the lighting in here is a little yellow, so it's hard to tell if it's actually got some yellowish or it's just sort of a tan in there. It is really, really soft. I probably, sorry, I had a hair in my mouth. I would probably go for, this makes me want to do, a cowl would be great with this. I also would love to do a shawl with it. I like alpaca based shawls. They're so warm, but can be so light at the same time. And as someone who runs warm anyway, I like things that have warmth, but yet don't make me overheat. And yeah, I like airy alpaca stuff. The color is so saturated. It is gorgeous. My shirt and or my dress has this more of a true green. It actually feels on a turquoisey side, but not compared to the KnitCrate boxes. So this whole, I'm very green right now. But it is really, really cute. I really like it. And it is nice that they are adding new bases into the mix all the time. And so that is something that I know KnitCrate and Dyer Supplier, which is the Bear Yarn company associated with the brand, they're just adding new bases and are trying to do things to sort of inspire and create everything. Yes, I'm definitely late for St. Patrick's Day with this one. Now, I have not shown this for a while, but I remember when they went and developed these boxes. There's this cute note in the bottom. What are you doing looking at the bottom of the box? All the good stuff's up there. I like little surprises like that. It's cute. I think that, the value for this, $25 for the 200 grams of yarn of this baby alpaca, forgetting even the patterns and the shipping and the extras. It is a good value for indie yarn, which I think is fun. Would you consider it indie yarn? I'm not sure. They're definitely a smaller company though. So yeah, I think that it is a really nice value. And if you want more of it or more of the other colorways, that's one of the things that's in the Membership Central shop. I think that anyone can shop there and pay full price. But if you are a member, then you get a discount. Yeah, it's, I think, a really good value, especially if you're an international person. Not that it's not a good value if you live within the United States, but it costs me to ship 2 skeins. It could cost me $25 to ship to Europe or to ship to Australia. So I don't know how they do it, I don't know how they do it at all. So I think like these, I want to see the progress keeper. I like that they have something in here that versus a stitch marker, this can be used for both the knitters and crocheters. I'm really glad that they've started including crochet sock patterns as well. But I suppose, and since I'm mostly a knitter, I don't think about this as much. There have been a fair number of stitch markers in here that aren't like closable like this. And if you're a crocheter, that's not useful to you because you need to be able to take it back out. So it's nice to see something that works for both of the crafts. In general, like I'm like tend to be really, really happy with it. And you guys know I will call them out when I think that there's something that maybe isn't size inclusive or well, I suppose the pattern was size inclusive, but the yarn, it wasn't like, there wasn't enough yarn for all the sizes. Anyway, I'll call them out. But in general, I like the people that work there a lot. And I really enjoy working with them. Oh, yours just arrived just now. That's awesome. That is really, really awesome. Yeah, I have a lot of fun doing this. And it's fun to, in my talks with them, I've definitely learned things that I've taken for granted. Like when it comes to like, you know, just like, oh, if I could make any bare yarn I could desire, like this is the kind of thing I would love to have manufactured. And the realities of like, okay, well, the like different specialties of different mills and things like that. It's just fun sort of talking and learning. And so I've appreciated like some of the things that they've taught me. But oh, let's look for next month. And I did a bit of a double take because something about this inspiration is giving me deja vu and I don't know what. I'm not sure if it's something about this tile that feels familiar, but the theme sneak peek for April is luminous. And the colors in here are very, very interesting. So we've got some paint swatches, some feathers. We've got some rust color in here. And then we've got these like cool tones. Like this is a very like me palette in here, but these rust ones sort of mixed in with it is really interesting. I would love to see like a really like variegated color. Yes, there's definitely broken violet, but it's something about the mood board itself. Oh yeah, one other thing I really missed is it used to be that you would get like more information about the current month's theme in the Inspirations magazine. And so I would have to go back, and I never remember to do this when I'm unboxing, and pull the previous month's Inspiration magazine to be like, hey, here's the mood board. But you can see that there's a mood board. The colorways don't always like perfectly pull from it. The mood board, it sort of evokes a feeling. And I think that it's okay to do things like that. For example, I like to do dialogues and I pick a photo and I share it and then people draw from it. And so sometimes these photos evoke a feeling or a memory that evokes a color that's not literally drawing the color from the photo itself. And so it's really fun to think about how different people pull those colors. Yeah, so I think, I mean, some of the extras that they've been adding in, like these ones are fairly light, but some of the buttons have had some weight. And so I think they just, I haven't weighed it, but I think they have to be just careful. I still have like some alpaca hair in my mouth. I don't know how that happened. I'm like, yeah, so I think that they need to, I'm assuming that they have to keep the weight down. But if you go back and look at my very first unboxings with KnitCrate, they didn't have a magazine at all. The patterns were just a download. And so when people were asking to have a printed out version of the patterns, they listened. And so it's nice to see and to hear feedback, because sometimes you guys give me feedback directly and I often will pass it on and be like, hey Rob, so this is what people are saying. Or sometimes it's just like, hey, everyone loves XYZ. And so I try to pass that along. and pass some of your suggestions along as well, and including some of my own that I think would be cool to see. So yeah, and I mean, you can always reach out to them directly as well, but yeah, I pay attention to what you guys say and concerns you have and pass that along, because I think that it's important, and they've shown that they listen and that they care, and so I care about that. But I have to say, I really enjoy this backdrop. If you guys are curious, okay, so what's behind this, and okay, it's a bit messy, but all right, I'm kind of feeling like giving you guys a little bit of a tour, because I never film up here. Okay, so these boxes, and yeah, there are a lot of them. They're stacked up across a door, and this goes into the eaves of my house. And then so that's where actually we store like all the holiday decorations. And yeah, we have a mini Christmas tree still sitting there. We got that when Ryder was young. We didn't put the big Christmas tree in the living room because I didn't want him near it unattended. So we had that. But we've got a keyboard, and then we have a lot of Legos, like a lot of Legos. a lot of Legos. Okay, I want to show you. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't think I'll get in trouble because he's not in here. Okay, so first, this is the spaceship. I know it just looks like boxes, and I didn't think to try to turn on the lights, but there's like, where's the command center? Okay, I don't think you guys can see, but we've got just like a spaceship, and the kids like read and stuff in there, and it's fun. And they have just like, it's like Christmas lights that we have in there. And it's got multiple rooms, but they're these, and I forget what they're called, but they're these plastic screws that we got. And so it works so much better than tape because you screw the boxes together, and this has literally been in here for years. Okay, and so then, well, there's my printer. That's really, really exciting. Okay, and here are some more Legos. So we did these custom Lego shells, which also have lights, which I don't think I know how to turn them on. I should try. Okay, warning about lights. Okay, I don't think that'll change. Let me turn off this light. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Oh no, it might be flashing. Apologies. But okay, I'm gonna turn this back on because that was making me nervous. But yeah, we have a lot of Star Wars Legos as well. So this is like a custom work in progress. And then we've got some like minifigures I've collected for Keith on eBay, as many minifigures as I could. And then there's some like ships and stuff that we have multiple different sizes from like, so there's some TIE fighters. There's like the micro one right there from like a Lego advent calendar. And then there's some bigger ones. And so, yeah. Wait, what? What about mice and moths? But yeah, thankfully we have never had any mice or any of the other unmentionable thing that frightens me when you have a ton of yarn. But yeah, there's the AT-AT. And then, yeah, we just have a bunch of different sets. I know, that's why I wanted to turn the lights back on, because I was like, oh, I didn't know, and I'll turn this back off. I'm gonna put a warning in the video description for that, because I thought that I was just gonna turn them on. I didn't know it was gonna flash. So if sometimes there's some people with flashing lights can cause seizures, and so I wouldn't want to have that happen for anyone. But I will place a warning, I think, at the top of the would it make sense to do it in the description or in the comments? But yeah, I don't remember if I said like to watch out. Yeah, I've never actually turned them on myself. I wasn't the one that installed them, but I did design the like cabinet and stuff from IKEA. So anyway, that's a little bit of a view of some of our collections. We have a lot of Legos, a lot of Legos. So anyway, that was a bit of a digression, but since I was up here and I was like, oh, I could show you guys some things that I don't think otherwise I would have an opportunity to show you because, yeah, but I like that Keith has a big spaceship in his office. And now that everything is work from home, it's like, oh, maybe I need more space in my office. But the kids like to read books in there and they've decorated it and occasionally they do modifications and it's just kind of fun. And it's nice that we have that. Yeah. Yeah, from that. I really thought that it was just going to turn on and be one color. Yes, it's a lot of fun. But anyway, speaking of working from home, I have to go and help set up some streaming stuff for my husband. But yeah, so Keith's Lego collection is pretty like focused. Mine, oh no, Josh, I know, not angry. No, I want to put like a oh gosh, not like a flashing warning, but I guess I do need to call it a flashing warning. But no, I try to be cognizant of like stuff like that. Because I mean, I wouldn't want to harm anyone. I wonder if the description or the comments makes most sense. I'll put it in both. Trying to think if there's anything else that I have up here. This is probably the one floor that is not overtaken by yarn. I don't know if there's any up here right now. Yeah. Huh, I definitely have craft stuff up here, but, oh, wait, okay. I guess I've got all the KnitCrate boxes. But the kids like build like ramps with like their Brio trains and Hot Wheels tracks and they knock it down. Oh gosh, I don't think I'm allowed. Although we have talked about trying to like convert this space into a studio, but the problem is that there's no sink. And it's hard to dye yarn without access to water. So that's the one thing. Otherwise, that might keep me from taking over the space. Oh, I could edit the title to have a warning in it. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. And then the description. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Because I do want to make it like extra clear. And if this weren't alive at the beginning of the video, I could put up like a warning, flashing lights or something. But yeah, because of my incompetence, I did not know that they were going to flash. Oh man. Yeah, we have like a lot of like stuff stored here that's still up here because the kids can't break it because the shelves are built in. But yeah, it's a nice like space that eventually like we'll have like eventually it'll be like the teenage hangout probably is the plan. But anyway, that was a little just bonus. See something about the house. But yeah, I have to go help Keith get set up to stream. So he can lecture tomorrow. Which I'm like, I'm well set up to do this. Oh dear. So cross your fingers for me. Although Zoom stuff has been going well in the house. Both the kids have had lots of Zoom play dates and Zoom meetings. And so I hope that social distancing and self-isolation and all of this is manageable for all of you. If I know some of you are essential workers, and so thank you for doing things that can just help society continue in the way, but this is hard, and I hope to provide some levity in all this. And I know that hanging out with you guys helps me too. So go check out KnitCrate if you want. Info's in the description. I know it's like a hard time to think about signing up for things, but you know, it's fun, and if you know you have the means, then it's worth looking into. But ultimately, I've said this in some other videos recently, like take care of yourself first. Like this is like a non-pressure situation. Like you know, my productivity might go way down depending on how long I'm home here with the kids and my husband, and we're all trying to work here together and school here together, but we'll be okay, I think. So, I'm not requesting help at the moment, if that makes sense. Anyway, yeah. Also, I love these live chats, and it's fun. Yeah, if the rest of the house weren't such, like, didn't feel like such a disaster, I would happily show you guys more. But my studio is like a pile of boxes right now. Every once in a while it gets cleaned up and it starts to be great, and then like I place another yarn order, and then it just, I like too many crafts. It's a problem. Anyway, oh right, maybe I'll do during this time, maybe I can do like a Cricut rundown of some of the things I've done, because I didn't make a video as I was first making things because I was learning the platform, and then I was making gifts for people, and so I didn't want to share the things before the gift recipients received them, and then it's been like past the holidays, and so then yeah, I hope to do some of that. Cool. But anyway, all right. Thank you guys so much. And I don't have another live on the docket at the moment. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Not until next month. I don't have a big order in for anything yet. So, and I mean, I'd love to do a live stream where I can just dye yarn. Unless like I have a good evening where that would work, it's going to be pretty hard right now to schedule with all of us just being here all the time. And now it looks like I'm going to work weekends and stuff. So I worked all weekend and got some filming done, and for some really awesome videos. So I'm really excited. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you enjoy my dyeing videos. Tuesdays is a fun one. It features Lucas. And then Fridays is a fun one too. So I'm, really happy with both. All right. Anyway, I'm going to sign off because I said I was only going to take 20 minutes and it's been almost 40. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I truly had a lot of fun, and I hope, I wish health and this is my new thing, to give you guys a big hug through the screen, because I know like someday in a different time when we're not distancing, I am a hugger, and so I would be happy if I finally meet some of you in person to hug you. Not right now. Right now, I will be content with this virtual like hug that I'm putting love into it. So I hope you guys can feel it, and let me know like if you want me to just like share other collections and stuff that I have or we have, if that would be a amusing thing to learn a little bit more about me. But anyway, I will chat with you guys soon. Next new video will be up on Tuesday morning, so stay tuned. Subscribe and all that jazz. Good night, everyone.